I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to talk about the pupa stage of life. You see, a human being undergoes metamorphosis like the butterfly. The butterfly starts as an egg, becomes a caterpillar, which is the larval stage, becomes a pupa, and then finally the butterfly comes out. And I will try to break this into several segments in this discussion. The egg stage is potential. That is, there is a butterfly in the egg of the butterfly, or the egg of a mosquito, or the egg of a cockroach. Cockroach is in the egg, so potential. When you were born, you were a potential. Sometimes you might be born into a family where the soil for you to do well, the nutrients, the temperature, the humidity for you to do well might not be there. But if you have survived, you go into the next stage, that's the caterpillar stage. See, I was very, very dynamic in the beginning. Primary 5, I had passed the common entrance instead of waiting to primary 6. My father told me to do primary 6. I did primary 6. I entered government college. Instead of doing the school certificate in Form 5, I attempted it in Form 4. I had 5 credits, and then I was compelled to complete it, and I had a Division 1. I went to Federal Government College, Warri. I finished, taught for 1 year. At 20, I was in the University of Ibadan. At 25, I had graduated. At 26, I had married. At 27, I was the medical director of a 40-bed hospital. At 29, I had opened my own hospital. But suddenly, I had had children. 1986. When I was 29, I had 3 children. And then I think I was 1996, I was 30 something. I had all my children. I bought cars, bought a car during youth service, bought several cars. I had built a house when I was 30 something. Then suddenly, for a period of about 15 years, I seem to have slowed down. I was importing cars, I was importing fish meal, I was doing several things, but I was not who I had hoped to become. I was not the dream I had. So you see the caterpillar at a stage, it is really a caterpillar. It is going, eating. Sometimes it can eat 3 times its weight in a day, green, or depending on the color, going. You see, that's the larval stage in a mosquito too. You see them making like this inside the water. I was very dynamic, but I seem to have slowed down, and it's as if all my mates were passing me. They were going to the United States, they were going to the UK, they were all over the place. I seem to have slowed down. And there was a battle inside me. A battle between the me that was there then, the me that you are seeing today, the me that you are going to see in the future. I can remember speaking to them at the IPCI, Intercessors Prayer Camp International, run by Dr. Chidi Okorafor, former General Superintendent of Assemblies of God Church. And I wore this khaki over khaki dress like as labor union leaders used to wear. And I told them, you can see me with this dress today. I know where I am going to. A time will come, you will not see me like this, and you might not see me here again. So there was a future me, which is today, that you are seeing, that I was telling them then. But there was a battle inside me between the future me that you will see later, this present me that was the future then, and the stagnated me. Use the word stagnated. There was this battle. Do you feel like that? Do you feel you have so many potentials? Do you feel left behind by your mates? Do you feel you are behind schedule? I have passed that road and I know how it feels. And then people will just label you. My in-laws labeled me. There were people who labeled me in the church. There were friends who labeled me. There were people who assumed that was all about me. But there was a me in me. The me in me was, no, this is not who you are supposed to be. This is not where you are supposed to be. This is not what you are supposed to be in. This is not who you are supposed to be relating with. I heard so many things, even those I helped, those I rendered services to. But I knew what was in me. And you are listening to me here. You know who you are. You know where you are supposed to be. You are not competing with people, but you know where your mates are. You know they are not better than you. You know you have the mental capacity, the intellectual capacity, the talent, and the anointing to be there. But you feel trapped. I was like that. And I was suffocating. I wanted to go and work in the Philippines. I wanted to go and work in Seychelles. I wanted so many things. But so what did I do? I calmed down. I started to read voraciously. I read voraciously. I read anything and everything. I started scavenging for knowledge. Scavenge for knowledge. Television, then the best you had was a counter or what? I searched for knowledge. I read books, biographies. Then I served God with my might. I was in the Sunday school. I was men's fellowship leader. I did outreaches. I established the men's fellowship in Ima and Abia States of the Church of God Mission. I was my bishop's driver. I was taking care of lepers in the leprosarium in Ikorotoiwo. I was taking care of children in the remand home. I was taking care of prisoners. I was taking care of children in the motherless babies home. I would carry children. I washed toilet in the remand home. I was treating them for epilepsy. I just needed to put my life into action. Then there were rural outreaches, village preachers. That was the platform I had. I put my energy in everything. I imported cars. I imported fish meal. I sold drips. Opened the tailoring shop for my wife. Everything. But I needed to bust this cocoon. Sometimes when a woman is pregnant, the baby will be making like this. It's preparing to come out. There's something in you preparing to come out. Something in you preparing to come out. And then something happened. Elder A.K. Eliayon gave me a platform to preach in the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International. He was observing me when I was teaching in the Sunday school as a superintendent. He observed me when I ran a marriage seminar for the men's fellowship in one hotel close to Royal Palm Hotel also in Aba. And then he invited me to speak to the Full Gospel because Don Oduns, the senior, was not coming. I saw it as an opportunity. Listen and listen well. If you must break loose, grab every opportunity to serve, every opportunity to perform as if your life depends on it. Grab it as if you are in the Titanic and there is a piece of log floating past and you need to grab it to survive. And I grabbed it. I felt inadequate, but I grabbed it. I felt nervous, but I grabbed it. My memory is not good, so I didn't remember passages. I read and read and read and read. I prepared. And I went to the hall. I spoke. The first day they laughed. I thought they were laughing at me. I spoke the next day. The third day, Somebody else saw me, invited me to go and preach in another church. I preached, and things started manifesting. That's how we grew past that stage, and then finally we came to Ughelli. But it was still there. I had these messages to preach, no platform. I'll be seeing banners of messages I could preach well. Then I started declaring, when I see a church, I will tell that church, I'm coming to preach in you. This, I'll come and preach here. Like that, like that, like that. After a period of time, he started inviting me to come and preach in those churches. I started calling the names of countries. I'll call countries. I'll go to the internet, send messages to them that I want to come for missionary work. People I didn't know. Then I started traveling. Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, South Africa, like that. And then the agitation was there. I needed to be a global citizen. The world needed to hear my voice. Then radio program came, Facebook came, YouTube came, COVID came. I did a video, it went viral. I did other videos, they went viral. Here we are at this stage. And then the businesses, I was the school bus driver, I cleaned toilet, I was security man. It is the me in me, the futuristic me in me that needed to come out. But I needed to be doing something. I didn't need to complain. I didn't need to compare myself with people, but I knew where I was supposed to be. So I was the bus driver, school bus driver. Man, don't sit down, docile, complacent, complaining, comparing. Do something. Just be doing it with the best of your ability, as if your life depends on it. You don't need to do what you love. Just love what you do. It is the way you eat bitter cola that will make somebody beg you. So here we are. I had the dream I would have a global family. So all the lands I bought, I wrote books, man. I will write. I've written more than 40 books. Wrote. I will write throughout the night. My ass will ache me. Bum will ache me. I wrote. And those books brought money. You see, somebody asked me how many videos I do in a day. I will record messages at night in my room. Record in the studio. My granddaughter told me, Daddy, your voice is still strong as a young man. Yes, you have been. You see this voice. Because I knew my future was in my mouth. So, don't sit down. Develop that talent. That small part of you that is still left. Handle it. Develop it. Then the struggle to come out of the cocoon of the butterfly. It's a thick struggle because the cocoon that forms the pupa stage is very thick. So busting out. When the butterfly is coming out of the cocoon, the large abdomen of the pupa stage gets compressed. And then there is a fluid that is gelatinous. It enters into the wings. The wings are tubes then. It enters into the wings and the legs. Then when it is exposed to sunlight, it congeals and forms chitin. That's the skeletal framework that allows the butterfly to fly. I will preach 3 times a day, travel throughout the day, travel early in the morning, travel from here to Port Harcourt the same Sunday to preach, travel from Ughelli here with school bus to go and preach and the Full Gospel Business Men's Fellowship, reach there the same day, preach, and I'm back the next day. That was how, but I was developing my ability. They didn't see me coming. I'm coming out. And today, you are here with me. I receive messages from all over the world. Even this YouTube. Before now, we were just 5,000, 10,000. Then beginning of this year, I got angry. I started doing these videos. My brain will be opening. And God, when you are more productive, God connects with you. I didn't have this message in mind when I did the last video before I slept. As I went to the restroom to take my bath, the bathroom to take my bath, it came, the pupa stage of life. Say, share your experience with them. You will encourage somebody. I know it feels as if you are stagnated. Stand up, go to the mirror, tell yourself, I am coming out. I am coming out. Tell the world, wait for me. I am coming out. It's my time. Declare it. Declare it. When you declare it, the environment hears. Remember my philosophy of the global philosophy of panpsychism. Declare it. Start to pray that God will bring people who knew you in the time past, who have value for you, to come in contact with you, to recommend you. Somebody recommended Joseph to the palace. That's where his anointing flourished. Somebody recommended Daniel. So, start asking for people in the palace, people who have platforms, people who are in places. Then start to connect your mind and your future with people who don't know you. Just people who don't know you. Just be praying and be commanding them. Call them into existence. Call them from the nations. Call them from the cities. Sometimes you need to write their names down. And then you will see that they are falling into place. In this house, we used to, then we were living somewhere else. Money come. Favor come. Multiple visas come. Those children that called multiple visas for me. They've traveled to the United States, traveled in Europe, traveled to several countries, and that's happened. We called money come, big invitations come, anointing flow. We call those things into existence. Wake up, man. Call things into existence. Speak to them. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. So it's a battle. It's like they say the Lord teaches my fingers to war and my hand to battle. I can't remember how it is. I have a lot of defects, but I don't have the fear of advancing. I can't sit down and remain in one place. I have too many defects to be complacent. I need to arise and shine. It's your time. Know ye not that ye are gods? Create your future. Declare your future. Don't wait for man to promote you. Promote yourself. A short mouth is a short destiny. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. God bless you. If this video has been a blessing to you, share it with somebody. Share it to your children. Share it to your friends. Share it in your church. And if you like, preach the message in your church. I don't care. God